Okay, so today we're doing something a little different. We're not actually reviewing a health supplement. Instead, we're going to dissect the pitch behind one. We're pulling back the curtain on the marketing for a product called Zeneara to really understand the powerful techniques they use to get you from just being interested to actually clicking buy. Let's dive in.
The whole thing starts right here, with a really direct and personal question. It's meant to make you just stop and think for a second. It immediately creates this little nagging feeling, a problem that needs solving. What are you doing? It's a fantastic hook that perfectly sets the stage for the solution they're about to sell you.
So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through their whole persuasive process, from that first question all the way to the final guarantee. It's like a 5-act play, and we're breaking down every single scene.
All right, so first up is the hook. The entire goal of this first part is just to plant a seed of concern in your mind. That's it. They want to make you just receptive enough for what's coming next.
And of course, right after they've pointed out a potential problem, boom, they introduce the promise. Zeneara is positioned as the one and only answer to the question they just made you ask yourself. It's such a clean, classic problem-solution setup.
Now, what's so clever about this slide is the language they use. Notice the number 7? It just feels more specific and credible than saying a bunch of ingredients, right? Then you've got clinically proven, which adds this layer of scientific authority. And get this, calling the ears your most vital organ, that dramatically dials up the importance.
Next up, they basically read your mind and answer all the little questions you might have. Is it natural? Is it addictive? Is it a pain to take? This checklist is all about soothing those anxieties and ticking every single box for someone who's health conscious.
Okay, now we're getting to the part that's supposed to be the proof. I mean, after you make a big promise, you got to back it up, right? So breaking down the formula. That's a classic move to make it feel like you're being transparent and showing the science behind it all.
And here they are, the magnificent 7. Just by listing them out, it creates this feeling of transparency. And the strategy is pretty smart. They mix things you've probably heard of with some more natural, almost exotic-sounding ones. The goal isn't really to give you a science lesson, it's just to create this overall vibe of being healthy and effective. They kick things off by talking about your emotional state. Using something like passion flower frames the whole issue as being related to stress, which makes the solution feel like it's about more than just your years. Then, they ground it in something familiar, with a basic, like vitamin B6. That's something most people already think is good for them, so it immediately builds a little bit of trust. And right after that, they hit you with zinc, using a really powerful word like essential. That makes the product feel like something you fundamentally need, not just something that's nice to have. From there, they add this layer of, scientific-sounding sophistication with Ginkgo biloba, linking it to something tangible like circulation.
This is brilliant. They tap right into a huge wellness trend with a probiotic blend. Suddenly, the story isn't just about your ears anymore. It's about your total body health.
And this is so smart, they bring it right back to the original claim with taurine. By mentioning nerve function, they create a plausible-sounding link back to ear health. And then they bookend the whole list with another calming ingredient, valerian extract. So you're left with this overarching feeling that this thing handles both the physical and the emotional side of the problem. It's just a perfectly constructed picture of credibility. So, they've set up the problem, they've promised a solution, and they've presented their proof. Now we get to the business end of the pitch, the call to action. This is where they roll out the pricing, the bonuses, and that sense of urgency to turn your interest into an actual sale.
And this is just a masterclass in pricing strategy. By showing you that $59 price first, they set what's called a psychological anchor. Now, compared to that, the $39 price for the big package doesn't just feel like a discount, it feels like a total steal. It's designed to nudge you toward making the biggest commitment.
And to make that value even more real in your mind, they put a number on it. It's not just a discount. It's a specific, hefty number, $216 that you're told you're going to save. That is a seriously powerful tool. But oh, they are not done stacking the value. This is where they just keep adding layers of incentives to make those bigger packages look completely irresistible. You get a free ebook if you buy 3 bottles, but you get the book and free shipping if you buy 6. Every tier is designed to make the next one up look like a no-brainer.
Okay, so even with an amazing offer, you might still be on the fence. And that's where this final, absolutely crucial piece comes in, this safety net.
This is the powerful guarantee that's designed to wipe out any last bit of anxiety you have about buying. And wow, what a guarantee! 365 days, a full year. The sheer length of this money-back period is a massive statement. It's designed to make you feel like there is literally zero risk in making this purchase.
And the language here is so key. The promise to refund every penny, for any reason, is just absolute. There are no loopholes. This kind of ironclad phrasing is meant to completely dissolve any financial risk and build that ultimate sense of trust.
And finally, they remove any last little bit of friction by making the product seem completely effortless to use. Just 2 simple steps. By showing you how easily it can fit into your daily routine, they help you picture yourself already using it, which makes the decision to buy feel that much smaller.
And there you have it. That's the anatomy of this sales pitch. From the initial hook all the way to that risk-free guarantee, every single step is just a masterclass in persuasive design. It really leaves us with a big question to think about. When we buy something, are we really buying the product, or are we buying the story it tells?